Yes. Hello. Hey, what's up? Hang on just 1 second. I'll be with you 1 minute, Mike. Give me a second. I got another. I'm on. Hold on. How you guys doing? I'm over here on my other account. We're still periscoping. I'm gonna get you guys on here in just a second. There we go. All right, just hang out. If you guys can, invite followers. I'm gonna do this here in just a second. I have another screen right here. Keep coming in. Thanks for showing up. How you guys doing? All right. What's up? I'm going over how to utilize your fat for energy. Where in San Diego are you? I'm in Coronado Bay. We are at the Lowe's Resort. Okay, so we can shut this one down. I'm going to teach you guys how to use your body fat for energy instead of using your muscles for energy. I'm going to teach you guys how to eat, not every 3 hours, but whenever you're hungry. I'm going to teach you guys how to manage your hormones. Okay, number one, and get healthy. Okay, number one thing in weight loss is going to be hormone control. Because I'm going to tell you right now. You guys ever heard of insulin? Insulin's your number one anabolic hormone in your body. Okay, with elevated insulin levels, the only thing you're doing is storing things. All right, so if we can get this insulin down and our glucagon up, glucagon and insulin work in opposition. High insulin, no glucagon. Low insulin, high glucagon. Glucagon is the number one hormone that lets stuff release. It does both for protein and for fatty acids, okay? It's everything. It's all your cells. It's not just targeted to one thing, just to let you know that. So if we can fuel our body off of a fuel source that we're storing, a fat, if we can get our body to fuel off this fat, all this fat that's on us, whatever, wherever it's at, that's what we're looking for. We're not looking to utilize muscle for energy. My biggest thing in the world is don't use your muscles for energy as far as a fuel source to run your body. We want to use our fat. We want to use beta oxidation, low insulin levels, high glucagon levels. Beta oxidation takes your stored fat, sends it to your liver. A fat molecule breaks down, produces a ketone body. The ketone body provides energy. A ketone body provides more energy on a cellular level than a glucose does. When you're running your body off glucose, muscles for energy, hey, no, we're not doing that. But yes, you are if you're doing it in glycolysis without eating. There's only two ways to run your metabolism. One, you can run it in glycolysis. Two, you can run it in ketosis. Look them both up. When you're in glycolysis and you don't eat, guess where you go to? You go to your amino acids. You go to break down your proteins, make amino acids, convert them into sugar, use the sugar for fuel. That's how you run your body on sugar. Ketones, fat, we're running off this fat. If we want to run our body off fat, is what we do. We do a high-fat diet. We eat our coconut oil, we eat our bacon, we eat our eggs with the yolks. We get our cholesterol up. Cholesterol is good for you. Don't let people tell you it's bad for you. You're oversimplifying it. You should be a auctioneer. I want to run this through everybody real quick so they know what's up, and then I can answer questions. It's going to be on the repeat. If you guys want to repeat watch it, just take notes real quick. Because you're going to have to know insulin and human growth hormone. Two different things. They work in opposition. Insulin, coconut oil is amazing. Thanks for asking. Insulin is horrible. Insulin's the number one cause of aging. It unravels the telomeres of your DNA, causing chromosome shortening. That's aging. Coconut oil is organic. Thank you. Human growth hormone repairs the telomeres of your DNA, causes chromosome lengthening, which is anti-aging. So literally, if you're at high insulin levels, you're going to be aging a lot faster than if you're not. When you're at high human growth hormones, you're going to be anti-aging faster than if you were not. The number one cause for insulin spike is what? Carbohydrates. Number one cause of inflammation is what? Carbohydrates. Number one cause of disease. Thank you. Number one cause of disease is inflammation. Okay, so if we eliminate the carbohydrates, we eliminate inflammation, we eliminate a lot of the disease. Okay, if we want to simple refined sugar, all sugar, any sugar, that's a sweet potato sugar, that's a Kit Kat bar, Snickers bar, and your fruit. That's your pineapple, that's your banana, that's whatever. I've drank my own pee before. It's a good source of carbs. I'm not sure about the nutritional facts of pee. I'm sorry, I did not do that much research in it. But it's good for you. I'm glad it helped you out if it did. Dang, someone lied to me. What the fuck, haha, that's what I'm saying. What the fuck. So that's the basic breakdown of like how your metabolism works and how your body runs. We can do versus a glucose versus ketone body. Let's see, a sugar and a carbohydrate produce, what we got, 4 calories per 1 gram. A ketone body produces 5.5 to 6, 7 calories per 1 gram of ketone body. Depends on what kind of ketone bodies are, I guess, because they have 2 different things and how much. So candy corns, it's candy, sugar. So that being said, it's going, okay, cool. So we're doing 5 to 6 calories per 1 gram, or we can do 4 calories per 1 gram. I'm gonna go with the 5 to 6 calories per 1 gram. Now the thing is, when you burn on the map it says you're in the middle of the ocean. Haha, that's awesome. I love this map. So the thing is, when we're burning the glucose, a glucose goes through the ATP cycle. The byproduct of a glucose is what? Lactic acid, all right? Now, why is everybody all freaking out? Because acidity. When we're fueled off sugar, all we're doing is putting acid into our body, all right? Second, 2, how long does this session go? My carb intake is down to 5 grams a day to 26 grams average last month. That's good. Thank you for lowering your carbs. So when a ketone body or a fat breaks down, the byproduct of that is air. So the more we breathe, the better off we are. The more we move, the more beta oxidation we're going to produce, and that causes our fats to be transferred into our liver, and then our liver takes it and turns it into ketone bodies. Why would you drop your carbs that bad? You don't need carbs. Carbohydrates are poison to you. If someone else tells you different, they're lying. I got pages of notes, literally pages of notes. Yes, you need carbs. Tell me why you need carbs that your body could not produce on its own. Your body can produce its own carbohydrates. Just saying that. 3 basic building blocks. Are they building blocks or are they fuels? They're fuel sources. There's a difference between a fuel source and a building block. I'm going to tell you that right now. Correct or correct? So if we're going to do if we're doing building blocks, all right, we're talking about building. Proteins are your building blocks, okay? Carbohydrates are a fuel source. Fats are a fuel source. Carbohydrates spike insulin, store fat, and they react the same way in your brain. They give you the endorphin release the same as a cocaine addict gets. So while we're addicted to those carbohydrates and we think they're good and we think they're energy, which you're not wrong, they are energy, but they're also, beer equals bad carbs, yes. All carbs are bad in my opinion. So caveman only ate fat and protein. Thank you for someone that understands me. Cocaine is good. Yes, cocaine is amazing. I love it. But the thing is, I like sugar too. So it's like, if we're having all the sugar over here, we're just doing a bunch of bad stuff with it. And then when we don't have our sugar, 1, we're gonna be cranky and angry. 2, we go right to our muscles. We go to the muscles, we take the proteins, certain amino acids, gluconeogenesis, spikes our blood sugar again, raises our insulin levels. How are we gonna lose weight that way? It doesn't happen when we're doing fats. Second, your carbohydrates, they produce, lactic acid byproduct. Ketone bodies, and what about long chain sugars? Nope, still sugar, still carbs. Your body can only run off 2 things. It does not matter where they come from. And on this level of the macronutrient level, it doesn't matter if the carb came from a complex carbohydrate or a simple carbohydrate, it's still the same shit. Exactly, thank you. But the thing is, that's all gonna be not an ideal fuel source. It's not an ideal fuel source. And your body is not made of carbs, so you're not building anything. So it's not a building block. It's not a good fuel source. It only promotes disease. The number 1 cause of disease is inflammation. The number 1 cause of inflammation is carbohydrates. Look it up. It's right there. All right. And then the number 1 cause of aging is insulin. We just talked about that. Over here, total opposite. We don't spike our insulin. We don't spike our blood sugar. We get our glucagon back and we get our HGH back. Laugh my ass off. It's good to have a better balance rather than an extreme. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We need to balance our body. We need to get our body in line with itself and run it. Listen to me. We have to run our metabolism the way it was made to be ran. We are not made of carbohydrates. We are made of fats, proteins, and other kinds of minerals and water. Okay? You can't just be like, oh, here, I'm gonna go, carbohydrate. No, we don't need to have our primary fuel source carbohydrates and proteins. How often do you fast? I fast pretty much every day. I want to do a 12-hour fast a day is what my goal is. So I'll go to bed at night, try to get 8 hours of sleep. After that 8 hours of sleep, I'll wake up in the morning. You could call it a breakfast. I take keto, literally ketone bodies. This is the byproduct of fat breakdown, zero glycemic index, a hell of a lot of energy, and a lot healthier than sugar and protein. So as long as I fast, I'll take that first thing in the morning on my 8-hour fast, extend it out 4 more hours. What's your macro intake? My macro intake is primarily fats. I do a HFLC supplement ketosis. I still have a little bit of carbohydrates. I still go out and have a beer with my friends. I just don't go overboard. And I don't say I need these carbs. You never need carbs. You never need carbs. The only way you're gonna need carbs is if it's in your brain. Then you're just a bitch to your brain. Then you are in a heap of trouble. Where's your protein come from? My protein comes from the fatty meats that I'm eating, usually eggs, and we got bacon, eggs, avocados, all of your pork, your fish, your DHA in the fish. Look that up. That's an amazing omegas. Your body loves it. It gets you stuff on point. So as far as where my fats come from, they come from fat sources. I have a list of fat sources. Just Google search HFLC and go look at the fat list. Eat whatever's on the fat list when you're hungry. If you're not hungry, don't eat. That's it. I agree with you. I agree. We do not ever need carbs. They're in everything we eat. Yeah, we're poisoned by carbs. And then the fitness industry or the health, check this out. They go, you have to have carbs. You have to have your sugar. You don't have to have your sugar. It's a total lie. We can live without sugar, no problem, all day long. We'll live better. We'll live a healthier, better lifestyle without the sugar there. Just throwing that out there. It could be 0. It could be 50. That's okay. If you get it any more higher than that, you're going to start having problems throughout the day. Pretty much guaranteed. Gram-wise, I'm talking. So, thanks for the hearts, guys. On point information. If you were to talk to any other trainer in the world, they're going to try to get you on, not any other trainer in the world. If you're trying to talk to a trainer that doesn't know, or if you're trying to talk to a trainer who's doing the high fats, I mean, not the high fats, aspartame for the web, no. If you're doing the high carbs and the low fats, like most of the people are, the high proteins and the low carbs, or yeah, high proteins and stuff, the Atkins, the bodybuilding, the zone diet, the paleo diet, that's still in glycolysis world. We're still running off glucose, we're still running off sugar. It's not what we want. We want to be fueled by this. If we want to lose fat, we use this. If you want to use muscle for energy, go ahead and live in glycolysis world. That's your choice, not mine, okay? I just want to spit that out real quick. If you guys have any questions, right now is the perfect time to answer them. Hit me up, go. Hey, Big Dream 007. Do you work out every day? I'm a beginner. Advice? I don't work out every day. I have worked out every day for a long period of time in the past, so I've built my stuff up. So it's different. It's gonna be different for me. If you want to build, I need to lose about 80 pounds. Oh, I love you right now. I'm gonna hit you right here. I'll just give you a macro breakdown in a second. I like to do proteins, fats, carbs. I want to run it around 2,000 to 2,500 calories a day. I want 80% of my nutrients to come from a fat source. So I want 80% fat, 15% carbs, or 15% protein, 5% carbs. 80 fat, 15 protein, 5 carbs. That would be the ideal way I could run it. But you know what? It's not always like that. I'm just looking long term. It's not day to day to day to day to day. Holy fuck. What am I holy fucking? So it's not day to day to day to day, but it's just like over a week maybe. You can look at it and say, well, this whole week I ate majority amount of fats. Maybe Tuesday and Saturday I had 200 grams of carbs. Maybe I ate a cake, whatever. It's a long-term thing. They call it, don't diet harder, just diet longer. And it's not even that it's a diet. It's just that we're hormone controlled through the food we intake. I guess you could call it a diet, but I'm not looking at it like I'm sticking somebody on a diet. I'm just saying, here's a list of foods that are amazing for you to eat. If you fall off track and eat some sugar, just watch out, know what it does to you. You know what I mean? And then you'll be a lot more conscious of what you think. It's all about knowledge. If you're sitting here trying to lose some weight or lose fat, it's all about knowledge. It says that's it. 70% protein, 20% carbs, 10% fat is what I'm going off of. Okay, your protein's way too high. Protein has a glycemic index. It converts to sugar once you start digesting it. Your fats are really low. They're really low. Fats, they have cholesterol. They support your cholesterol. Carb intake is involuntary. By who? And then who's it involuntary by? So it's like when your carbs, or when your fats are that low, you're not going to have the hormone support like you should. Does that make sense? Because you're going to be missing out on your testosterone, your estrogen balancing, or you'll become more estrogen dominant. And that's why you'll notice people with bitch tits, the more overweight males, and they go, ooh, I get a little bitch tit because their testosterone's so low and they're estrogen dominant. That's where you store fat when you have high estrogen levels, on that point being said. So that's why we say up your fats so we can support the growth of testosterone, and we lower our carbs so we can lower our insulin and up our glucagon. Our glucagon is, insulin's a storage hormone, glucagon's a get rid of hormone. It applies for all cells, fat, proteins in general. Okay, so you can either, if you're in glycolysis, bitch tits, right? Yeah, see? So if you're in glycolysis and you don't eat every 3 hours, you're gonna go to your muscles and you're gonna eat them. If you're in ketosis and you don't eat, you're gonna tap right into your body. It's fat, and then you're gonna shred that off. Last month, my average were 74% fat, 5% carbs, 24% protein. That is a good macronutrient setup, honestly. You're doing good, whoever you are. I like it. I agree with a lot of what you're saying, without a doubt. I'm gonna add you as a friend because I like following smart people. Thank you, Mike. You're good. I hope I covered everything. I've just been conditioned so hard that fat isn't good. Ask me, why is fat not good? I'm gonna ask you that. I used to do the same thing. I know exactly what you're talking about. I've been through it. I know why people say fat's not good. One, because 1 gram of fat has 9 calories. Then we go, oh, there's too many calories. 2, it's gonna be saturated fat. It's amazing. Saturated fat is this right here. So 2 is gonna be clogged arteries. Yep, there you go. Yep, etc., etc. Clogged arteries is going to be your CVD, cardiovascular heart disease, heart attack, and raised cholesterol levels. Those are the biggest, what do they call, obstacles or objections people talk to me about when I do high fat. Well, the thing is, that's cardiovascular heart disease and heart attacks and stuff. This is what happens. Carbohydrates cause inflammation. The inflammation causes a lesion in your arteries or veins. So then cholesterol goes to repair those lesions. The cholesterol gets built up as plaque, causing your cardiovascular heart disease, or the plaque actually just clogs your whole arteries, breaks off, and then heart attack, however you want to say it, that's how it works. So without the inflammation there, without the lesions there, we're not even going to have that problem in the first place. We want our cholesterol up high, we want our inflammation low. The #1 cause for inflammation is what? Carbohydrates. The #1 cause of disease is what? Inflammation. Okay, right there, bam, that's all you need to know. Just make it easy. I already told you about the insulin. Children. What do you mean, children? Hello, thanks for joining. Hi. What would you say the best diet is for weight loss? For weight loss, okay, what you're probably asking is for fat loss. There's a difference between weight loss and fat loss. I can lose all kinds of weight without losing all kinds of fat. They have people called skinny fat, and then they have, right? And then they have people that are like shrinking muscle, and then they're going, we're losing weight. I'm wanting to say you're talking about, this is how we lose fat off of our body. We're not losing, we're using. We're not losing anything. We're using it. We're utilizing this fat source, okay? Yeah, fat loss, yes. So if we want to utilize this fat source for energy, the #1 cause of inflammation is children. Awesome. That's funny. So if we want to utilize this saturated fat for energy, what do we have to do? We have to get our insulin level low. So then our body can't be fueled off sugar, because our body will go to sugar first. So when our insulin's low and our blood sugar's low, now we can go and grab this stored fat and send it through our liver to produce ketone bodies, to produce energy, and then now we're in ketosis. Low blood sugar, high ketone bodies is a recipe for success of rapid weight loss and health. First thing your body breaks down are carbs. Absolutely, you're right. So when we're doing that, then it targets fats. After the carbs are already blown out, you're right. When we have low blood sugar, that's how it works. Thank you for agreeing with me. I'm glad someone's smart enough to understand that's how it works. What is a good way to get rid of 30 years old beer gut? Oh, 30-year-old beer gut. What's the best way? Hence, why a lot of people tell the diet to cut carb intake. When people say, all right, so to lose the beer gut, 1, we're gonna have to switch some stuff around in your life. 2, when you cut your carbs, a lot of people are talking about cutting calories along with it. Don't cut calories along with it. I don't want you to cut calories. When you go into starvation mode, everything you touch is gonna be stored. We're not cutting calories. I want you to have more calories. You're probably gonna actually be eating more calories just due to the fact that we're gonna be eating what our body wants. Okay, we're gonna eat 2,500 calories a day, no big deal. Everybody could do it. We're just not gonna spike our insulin. So cut carbs. Listen to me. When you say cut my carbs out, if they're going cut carbs, lose weight, I want you to not necessarily, if you're cutting carbs, it has to be replaced. The energy has to be replaced with something. We could, 1, replace it with protein, which is not a good energy source. It takes a long time to digest, and it's there for a building block, okay? And it also converts to sugar. It has a glycemic index. So what I'm saying is, don't cut your calories, back up on your carbs, amp up your fats, and leave your proteins moderate. 2 to 2.5 thousand calories each day is what I eat. That's a good place to be. Now, if you're already counting calories, thank you for counting calories. It's amazing. We just have to pinpoint our macronutrient intake. So that would be our protein, our carbs, our fats, and our ketone bodies. They all provide a different caloric intake to your body. And the thing is, when we're over here in glycolysis world, a protein and the carbohydrate, if we don't eat, we're going right to our muscles, we're tearing our muscles down, we're sending it through gluconeogenesis, and then we're making it sugar. If we're over here doing fatty acids and ketone bodies for fuel, what it's doing is it's tapping right into this and it's saying, hey, we're going out the door, we'll see you later. I don't even count calories anymore, just count macros. Exactly. I don't even count macros. I just make sure majority is coming from fat. And then I know my protein's there, because you can never not get enough protein unless you're actually like trying to do some crazy shit. Then you can, I guess you could say you cannot get enough protein, but you will never like starve yourself of protein. I eat enough fats, healthy fats, that the proteins come along with it. It'll come through my burgers and my bacon and beef, pork, avocados, eggs with the yolks, macadamia nuts, and like there's a whole list of cool stuff that you can eat. It's not that hard. You just gotta go get it. So it's like, there you go, right there. That's all you need to know. My app that I use counts calories. I only worry about macros. Okay. Good. God, you eat good. Okay. My app that I use only counts calories. It only counts macros. That's okay. You don't count calories. Just go, I'm gonna sit down at the table. Here's a big list of food that I can eat. This is what I'm gonna eat. And then eat it. Don't spike your insulin. That's all I'm saying. I want glucagon, I want HGH to be up. Insulin is very damaging to the body. What's your opinion on cleanses? What kind of cleanse are you gonna do? So when we have high insulin levels, our HGH is low. When we have high insulin levels, our glucagon is low. High insulin levels, insulin only stores things. If we're trying to lose weight, we have to have that drop rock bottom. Get it the fuck out of there. Water, lemon, cyan, honey. That sounds good. Drop the honey if you're looking for low glycemic index, liquid only. I like to eat foods. Leptin and ghrelin. Look those two things up. It's gonna let you know if you are hungry or not. What's your knowledge on aspartame? Aspartame, it's man-made. That's stupid shit. Well, aspartame is man-made. We can go anywhere. Anything man-made is probably not good for the body. What can you do when your body's craving carbs? You can eat carbs. Or I mean, that's just the thing. If you want to, but the other thing is, if you're craving carbs, you can do some low carbs. Get something sweet. Have it. This is what I try to do. I try to have something around like so. When you're craving carbs, usually you're hungry. So have a meal of high fats and just say, I'm craving carbs right now. Go to your fats and eat them real quick. That's just it. So if I'm craving carbs, go eat an avocado. And then you're like, all right, cool. I'm not craving anything more because really you're not craving carbs, you're craving energy. And well, yeah, I guess you are craving carbs, which sucks. You're gonna be low. It's just what it is, you know. So aspartame, man, craves carbs, use fake sugar. Don't you? Oh, you could use fake sugar. Yeah, I mean aspartame is. I'm not 100% educated on how aspartame works or where it comes from or what it does. There's a guy on here earlier talking about it, but I just know that like it doesn't make a difference where it comes from or how it's man-made. If it's man-made, don't fucking eat it. I'm going to do this low-carb diet and see how it works. LOL. I've never tried it out. So this is the thing. Don't go low-carb and restrict your calories. If you're doing low, it's called HFLC. Sweden just adopted it as their national diet. So Sweden, they're a lot smarter. You know how they're neutral and everything. They're probably a lot smarter than we are. Last time I tried it, I went crazy. Yes, you probably did. You have withdrawals. Cocaine and sugar, same thing in the brain. It's just how it works. So if you're getting hangry and you're having these withdrawals from the carbohydrates, it's because you're addicted to them. You're being a bitch to your own mind. That's just how it works. I'm sorry. It's biology, not me. I'm not saying it. It's biology saying it, okay? Any other questions on here? Yep, really, really hangry. Where are you, man? We are in the Lowe's Resort at Coronado Bay, San Diego, California. So when you do get hangry, eat fats, man. Eat your fats. The fat is by far, hands down, a way better fuel source than a carbohydrate will ever be. I'm about to move back to San Diego. I love it there. Oh my gosh. San Diego's like the coolest place in the world. Am I not right? Oh, look at this place. That's why I have this shit set up right now. We go. San Diego's the coolest place in the world. It'll be like, I was talking to a dude, I got off the airplane like the last time I came to San Diego. He goes, everything that makes you happy is in San Diego. And I was just like, oh my gosh. I was like, he's totally right. I love it. So that's why we're up here in San Diego. Exactly. Thanks for agreeing. All right, guys. If you don't have any questions, I'm going to bounce off of this because I only use this channel for information, okay? My other channel I use for connection. Social media. I follow everybody. I'll follow you if you follow me back. But right now, I just use this to blast out some really good information. I hope you guys learned something from this. If you want, you can go back and rewatch it. Or two, I have a Adam K. Bebe is my other account. You can hit me up on there. I'll answer any questions, no problem, if you're not doing it right now. So I'll give you just one more second, and then I'm going to shut this down. That's cool. All right. I'll tell you guys. Cool. LeBron James uses the ketogenic diet. He's the best athlete in the world. Why wouldn't you use it? Health. See you guys.